Hey, good morning, everyone. I tell you what, it is Marvelous Monday. Mondays are always rough for me sometimes, but it is Marvelous Monday, and I'm going to rejoice and be glad. Why? Because this is the day the Lord has made, and I'm just going to be happy and cheery and go into this week with a with a big smile on my face, if I can talk and breathe and all of that good stuff. Goodness gracious. Let's start the 2 minutes and let's get it going. I got a good one for you this morning. I got a confession to you. You know, I want people to like me, and I know there are lots of people like me that want people to like them. And so we do stuff and we try to be a people pleaser, and where we just try to please everybody. You know, I found this to be true in my role as a manager at the post office. You know, I kind of want to do people favors and, you know, and help them out and try to go along to get along. And, you know, I got this little saying that I say to myself: I get more, I get more flies with honey than I do being cranky and mean and hateful. And I just don't think that's a great way to lead. And I just, you know, threats and intimidation are not my cup of tea, and it's not, I don't think it produces a great leadership. And but one thing that I do know is that when we try to please other people and we try to please everybody, we end up pleasing nobody. And so that often fails, and it's not a way to go. I remember this one time where this guy, he was putting on Facebook, and he was really, really bragging about himself. And what he was wanting was people to like him and people to pat him on the back and give him some praise. And somebody quoted the Bible reading that I have from Matthew chapter 6, where, you know, the hypocrites and the Pharisees would stand on the corner in the temple and blow a horn and tell everybody, hey, look at me, look what I'm doing. And the Bible says, you know, they got their reward here on earth, not in heaven. And I love the passage that is in our quiet time this morning. When people commend themselves, it doesn't count for much. So when you go out there and you try to please everybody and you want everybody's praise and you want to be the good guy, man, sometimes it just doesn't work. It backfires on you, and it just doesn't really count for much ultimately. So what you really need, here's the key to all of this, is, listen to this, the important thing is for the Lord to not condemn, but commend them, for the Lord to brag on them. And so in our quiet way, in your quiet way, whatever way that you can, you want to seek God's approval. Now, that doesn't mean to be a jerk. That doesn't mean to be hateful to people. And that's just the opposite of what God's saying. We are to be servants to each other and humble ourselves before each other and to help each other out and lift one another up. That's what this 2 minutes is all about, lifting up one another. But yet, ultimately, what we want is we want God's approval. We want to be commended by God. We want God to say to us, well done, good and faithful servant. Man, I hope you take that with you this week on this Monday as we start out the week, that you just put your focus on saying, all right, God, whatever it takes to please you is what I'm going to do. Not what it takes just to try and please everybody. Because, listen, it ain't going to work. You're not going to work. It's not going to work. And, you know, it's the same way on my job, at my church, in my home. When I try to please everybody, man, I don't please any. I don't, you know, it's just impossible. You can't do it. And so what I want to focus on, and what I want you to focus on this week as we go through the week, is let's focus on pleasing God and having Him give us the pat on the back. That lasts for eternity. You know, the guy that made that comment and a lady pointed that out, he was mad about it. I mean, he was just mad about it, you know, and I thought, she nailed you. Sorry, buddy. She nailed you. And it was so true. So let's do that. Let's seek God's approval. God's, let God brag on us. Let God commend us. That's what lasts. That's what counts. All right? Hey, God bless you. Man, we'll see you next time.